Welcome to Monday. Hell yeah, Monday the 13th. Hell yeah, I got that right. My voice is a little cracky today. I just noticed that. I haven't, actually, I have been yelling already this morning. It is 6:30, and I have been yelling for a while now. There are definitely some problems I've got today. Let me tell you, problem number one. Forgot to wear my belt today. How in the fuck? God damn it, is what that is. I forgot to wear my fucking belt. My ass is gonna be out, buddy. People are gonna be hopping on for a fucking cruise. People are gonna think it's fucking free sample season. No! I just forgot my goddamn belt, okay? People are gonna want to take a peep. Put a quarter in for a look, you see, Sue, or whatever the fuck. No, I forgot my goddamn belt, okay? I'm really fucking upset because I made it down to the main street from my house and I was like, oh shit, I don't have my belt on. You know what would be a really good idea is to turn around and grip my belt. No, I decided, you know what? The past is the past, the future's now. Let's just keep going. So I did. I just kept on going, and then, well, it was even before that. I already knew that I fucked up because I could not find my fucking sunglasses for the life of me. I am so mad. And then the belt added on top of that. Oh man, I'm just. And then there's more. There's more. Just wait. There's more. I hop on the fucking bike. I hop on my dirt bike. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna ride the fucking dirt bike into work today. And there's actually nothing bad with that. That was actually a really good time. I was a little bit scared when I first rode out because the clouds looked pretty ominous, and the highway near my house was pretty fucking wet. And I don't know why. I just don't want to ride knobbies at 75 in the rain around leaning around a corner. That just doesn't seem like it works. Dirt was something that you can grip on, maybe. Like I don't have a problem riding through mud or what, you know. Well, I don't know if I have a problem riding through mud. I don't think I have a problem riding through mud and whatnot. But I'm just saying we haven't got. We're supposed to get a lot more rain than we actually got. But anyways, wet pavement or concrete or asphalt or whatever I'll be riding on with a fat guy leaned over, you know, doing 75. It just seems like it's a recipe for disaster. And so I took it nice and easy on my way in, even though most of the highways were completely dry once I got into work, or once I, you know, after I got past my town or whatever, everything was pretty fucking dry. So no problems actually. Um, then I get to work and I'm like, all right, let me just run in here. I need to go in the office, and all I have to do is grab some paperwork. So I run and grab the office paperwork, and then I hop on my hog again, and I take off down to the back of the property at work to grab my truck. And luckily, it is parked inside where I left it, but another guy drove it before me. And let me just say, I did my damnedest to make sure this truck was in good shape for him. What are you doing? Why are you hitting the brakes so fucking much? These motherfuckers. Fuck you, Volkswagen! Uh, I did, alright, so I did as much as I possibly could to make sure that truck was going to be ready for that guy. Mr. Road Sign, what are you doing? Mr. Sign or whatever. I don't know. I think it's actually it's it's a company called Mr. Sign. They put up all the signs for all the road closures around Kansas City, and they fucking are dumb, dude. You have a tail light out first off, and I don't know. Fuck you. I'm in the mood to say fuck you to almost anybody right now. Okay, so fuck you. I get to work. I open up the shop and I look at the truck because I made sure this truck was ready to fucking go for this dude because I knew how much, and I talked about it on the podcast. I said I know how much of a fucking bitch this guy is. I'm either gonna do everything in my power to make sure it's as ready to go as possible, or I'm going to do absolutely nothing. And I think both are gonna have the same outcome. Now I don't know. I don't know if he's praised me or berated me. I have no idea. All I know is I came into the shop. This dude drove my truck for 2 days, and the truck is disconnected from the trailer. That's red flag number one. Uh, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why is it disconnected? I really wish somebody would have said something because if there's something wrong with the truck that I don't know about, this is going to be this is something I should have known about a long time ago. Probably around the time Friday afternoon would have been appropriate to let me know, hey, just so you know, that tractor's fucked up. Anyway, the tractor, I don't think it's fucked up. He did write up the ABS issue, but the ABS issue always fucking happens. And every time the mechanics go to look at it, it's gone. And I don't know. I don't know, but it does have a little bit of an ABS issue. I'm not worried about it. Nobody's been worried about it for the last 3 fucking years. Okay, so the light on the trailer is plugged in operable. Okay, whenever you do your light test in the morning, that ABS light does work. Why it doesn't turn on, I don't know, but we're gonna roll with it. Everything's fine. And then I open up the door. Well, I text the guy or call him. He doesn't answer, so I text him. Just like, hey man, I was curious why the truck was disconnected from the trailer. If you have anything you need to tell me, it'd be appreciated. And then I open up the door to the truck, and I was already annoyed because I couldn't walk around the nose of the truck because the garage door opener is on the passenger side of the truck, like on the garage door on the passenger side, and I walk along the driver's side and I get all the way up there, and somebody has parked so close to the door that you can't walk over there, so I had to walk all the way back around it. Anyways, I'm really just I think I'm making it a bigger deal than it really should be, but I'm just an angry boy in the morning right now. I think I am making a bigger deal about it than it needs to be. But I opened up the door and I noticed that somebody had replaced my fucking seat. Yeah. So somebody decided, and then it's all coming together. Okay. This fucking idiot, he's not an idiot, but I'm just mad. This fucking fat fucking piece of shit, he's not a fat fucking piece of shit. I'm just really mad. This inconsiderate fuckhead, he's not an inconsiderate fuckhead. I'm just mad. Drove my truck for 2 days and complained about the seat. So they just went ahead and replaced the seat. I hate the replacement seats. I've been holding out on that truck because that seat sits way lower, and I like to sit as low as fucking possible. Don't ask me why. You can ask me why. Actually, do ask me why. I'll wait for the comment. He fucking got my fucking seat swapped out. God damn it, dude. And then I noticed that the seat is leaking air. The new seat that was installed not exactly proper because it had a fucking air leak. Not cool. Really not fucking cool. So I had to go in and yell at the mechanics, and then I did get upset with them too. I was like, God damn it, why the fuck did you fucking swap out my seat? They're like, the other one was broken. I'm like, It was only broken if you're a fucking idiot, okay? God damn it, dude. I liked my old seat. He's like, it needed to be replaced. I'm like, you're a piece of shit, mechanic. Fuck you. And then I had to apologize to him. I'm like, it's early in the morning. And I'm just really upset, okay? I should be on the road by now. I slept in pretty long. And that's on me. But I really should be fucking hitting the road soon. So he fixed the airline for me. And I said, thank you, sir. Super duper appreciate it. But I can't help but think that if the seat was never swapped out, I wouldn't be in this fucking situation. God damn it. You know? And then now I have to drive this truck for the next few couple months probably, because I think they're gonna start ramping up the production of selenium waste at my place, and this is gonna be my job pretty much from here on out. And now I'm just gonna have to get used to this fucking seat, I guess. God damn it, pretty pissed. Pretty upset. And then yeah, I didn't grab any waters again. I really fucked up. But I feel like if I had grabbed waters and I was this mad, I would have probably thrown up by now. From drinking so much water. I was chugging jars of glasses of water last night. Jars of glasses of water, jars of water last night. Because I for my beverage drinks and at the house, my preferred method of drinking out of a cup is out of a pickle jar. It's perfect. I actually have a strawberry jelly jar now too. They have cool little designs on them sometimes, and I'm not a thrower awayer of glass jars. I collect glass jars. Not sure why. Just I don't want to throw them in the trash. They seem like they're really good, and I use like the little ones because we used to always get like little jalapenos or little glass jars of whatever the fuck it might be, and I like to use those ones to dump grease into. So like after you're done cooking some bacon or whatever, you can dump the bacon grease in there, and you could technically save the bacon grease, but that's not what I do with it. I just use it as a container to dump the grease into so it doesn't go down the drain, and then I chuck them bitches in the trash. I will throw away the smaller glass jars, but only after they've been used for, a pretty good purpose, I would say. Uh, but anyways, I'm just trying to get to the point of that I drank probably 5 to 6 pickle jars worth of water last night after lunch, which is I think quite a bit, and 3 of them were probably after dinner. I drank a lot. I've been drinking a lot of water. I shouldn't feel dehydrated, but I do. I'm really super thirsty right now. I just want to find a puddle on the side of the road and lay down and suck it up. I'm in the middle of fucking shithole Kansas City. I'll catch fucking some benzene diopatide AIDS or some shit. I don't know. That's a made up technical term. Please don't research it. But if it does happen to be a disease you could get from drinking from a puddle, then I was correct. And there's a chance I'm correct. Anyways, all of this comes, all of this anger is just, being back at work. And because I had a good time not at work. Yeah, you're going to have to slow down, you stupid fucking idiot. Hey, you dumb fucking idiot. You're going to have to slow the fuck down because you're fucking in a dummy. I think I just made an enemy on the road. No, there was I had a lot of good time. Well, I had some good times off the road on my home time. What the fuck are you guys doing? This Honda's upset that other people are taking the exit he wants to take. Let's rewind back to, when was it? Thursday morning, or Wednesday night. I met up with the wife at the house, and she dropped off the kids and all the stuff, and then she hit the fucking road. She was gone. She was going to stay the night at her sister's house so they could leave at 5 a.m. or whatever and be all together. And they were headed north anyways, and they live kind of north from us. So, anyways, she stayed the night over there. Not a problem. Oh, there we go. I took the kids inside. We had a good time. They picked up dinner for us. They picked up some Burger King for us. So we were able to all sit down and eat some Burger King for dinner on Wednesday night. Thursday morning, I had to wake up, and I did. I woke up on time. I got the kids up. I got them dressed and ready to go. I got my son on the bus. I had to clean out my truck, and I had to install a car seat. Well, not really install a car seat. I just had to throw a booster in there. And then I had to get my daughter taken to school, so then I took her over to school. Everything worked out just fine. And then I ran home. I drove my truck home, and my truck was not running good at all. I was also kind of upset that those days because of, uh, I was having a little bit of an argument with my wife why it would be a good idea for her to leave her car at home so I could just use her car to run the kids around. Because Thursday night we were going to go out to dinner at her grandma's house. Her grandma doesn't live far away, but further away than I was really hoping to drive the truck. And it's a little bit more complicated to get the kids in and out of the truck. But I'm over here. I'm like, I'm my own devil's advocate because I'm like, or I'm my own worst enemy. I don't know what the fuck it is because I like advocate. I'm like, I love these old trucks. And I talk about how they're fine, they're useful, and then my wife has a newer car and she's wanting to drive it to Minneapolis, and I'm over here crying that I can't drive her car. So yeah, there's a little bit of a disconnect there, but you know what? Everybody's got a little. I was fighting for no reason, probably. But when the truck wasn't running properly, I was pretty upset. I was like, this truck is about to fucking blow up. And honestly, a couple of times that I was driving it, and I was like, this thing's about to fucking quit running. I was kind of trying to make it quit running. I was to that point where I'm like, you know what? I think it would be really funny if I blow up my truck and then I call my wife and I say, hey, since you didn't want me to drive your car, my truck is broken down. Now we have to pay a tow bill to get that fucking thing back to the house, and now I have no way to transport the kids anywhere. I thought that would be kind of funny. But the truck never ended up breaking down. The truck actually, the more I was hard on it, the better it ran. So I just kept that shit secret. Anyways, no, I dropped off the kids at school, or my daughter at school. My son was at school. I ran home. I hopped on the dirt bike and I rode that motherfucker up to the license testing facility or whatever. And they're like, "What are you here for?" I was like, "I'm here to get my motorcycle license or endorsement put on my license or whatever." And they're like, "Okay, perfect. You have a permit. You've renewed your permit as many times as you can. All right, here you go. Let's go out and do the motorcycle test." So I go out and I put, have everything ready to go. Do the motorcycle test. I pass it 100%, guys. It was not hard, but passing the test at 100% is still a cool thing that I can do. Okay? I thought it was pretty fucking sick. 100%, motherfuckers. Hell yeah. So, anyways, I had a lady. I think I was also really nice to her. She was like putting all these cones out, and I was like, "Oh, let me help you put the cones out." So I was running around putting the cones where she wanted me to put them, and she thought that was nice. She's like, "All right, the first one was drive forward, make a turn, and then stop with your wheel in a box. There's no time limit, no speed limit, no nothing. Just don't run over the lines or whatever." So I did that perfectly, and then after that, there was another one that was like I had to weave in between some cones and then make a turn, but there was no lines I had to stay in. I just had to weave between the cones and then stop without hitting a cone. Did that, got that. Then there was another the final test. No, it wasn't the final test. It was another test. The third test was from a stop at this starting point, get up to 12 plus miles an hour before the first line, hold your speed steady to the second line, and then stop. So, and it was a pretty short area, so I had to kind of rip it a little bit, but it wasn't a big deal. I didn't look at my speedometer or anything. I just went, coasted, and then stopped. And she's like, okay, very good. And then the next one was a swerve. So it was the same test, except at the end, I had to swerve and don't hit the cones, don't hit the lines, and stop. So I did that and passed that 100%. Perfect. Beautiful. Everything went great. And she said, you actually got 100%. I was like, really? She's like, yep, you got 100%. I've never had somebody get 100% before. I'm like, oh. She's like, I've only done 3 of these, though. I'm like, okay. Whatever. Just as long as you write it down that I got 100%, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Give me 80%. I don't give a fuck. As long as I've passed it, that's cool. But I don't think, I think I did hit the brakes in the coasting area for the swerve one. And then, well, there was one of them that she made me do it twice because her stopwatch was fucked up or something. I don't know. But anyways, got all that stuff done. I'm like, I'm high as a fucking kite right now. I'm not literally high. I'm just like happy as could be. I just passed my fucking test, and it's a nice day, and everything's going according to plan. So I ride home, and I look up all the documents that I need, and I get into our safe, and I get all my birth certificate, my passport. I find a bill, I find, for proof of address and all that shit. Get everything ready to go, and then I go pick up my daughter. I laid around a little bit, and then I went and picked up my daughter, and then took her to the DMV, and I sat down. We waited for probably 45 fucking minutes. I was like next in line as soon as I walked in there because they're like, all right, yeah, just watch the QR code thing or whatever the fuck, and it'll tell you when you're up next. And it said I was next in line the whole fucking time, but we waited for 45 fucking minutes. I guess other people had scheduled times in or something. I don't know. Anyways, get in there, and they're like, ooh, actually, this isn't gonna work. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, you can't add it without having your with a hazmat on there. You have to redo the hazmat. You have to renew your hazmat. I'm like, oh, I just need to go do the test. They're like, no, you need to go get fingerprints, background check, everything. I'm like, what? Huh? They're like, yeah, you have to get everything done. I'm like, are you fucking with me right now? I was like, I thought I might have to do the test, but I didn't know I had to do all this other shit. And they're like, yeah, well, you got a year. left on your hazmat, so I don't know. You should, I don't know. You need to, but we can't modify any of your endorsements in the system without doing this. I was really hoping I was going to get a lady that was just like, nah, 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 and type the shit in and fucking get me the fuck out of there. But no, this lady was like the boss or something. She was like, nope, can't do it. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, God damn it, dude. So then I walk out of there sad as fuck because my motorcycle permit expires on the 16th, which is in a couple of days. Actually, on Wednesday. What is today? The 13th, 14th, 15th. Oh, Thursday then. So I'm like, God damn it, dude. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? So me and my daughter, we go get some lunch because I told her we would get some Casey's pizza. She loves Casey's pizza. She ate two whole. I got her big slices, and she ate both of them. I was surprised. Um, they got her a Slurpee or whatever. Anyways, we then while we're eating pizza or whatever, I'm looking up fingerprint locations, and I texted my boss and I said, "Hey, listen here. I know this is a me problem kind of, but it's also, a you problem. uh you guys pay for all the renewals and shit, so I need to renew my fucking hazmat, and it's a year early." And they were like, yeah, we don't have a problem with that, but getting your fingerprints, hopefully you can find a place today or tomorrow, because usually you got to schedule those things. I was like, fuck. So I looked up the same fingerprint place I went to last time. They said they accepted walk-ins, but there was no phone number to call, because I was going to call and see if they would be able to let me in there or whatever. Me and my daughter, we drive all the way over there, and it's on the other side of fucking town. We drive over there, walk in, and I was able to get my fingerprints done, and I believe my background check. I believe I did anything and everything I needed to do right then and there. And then used my company card to pay for it. Everything is looking good. I'm like, all right, sweet. Got that all done. And then I was like, all right, I have to redo my hazmat test also, which is a little bit of a problem. So we got back in the truck and drove down south to a different license testing facility because I didn't want to go to the other one. It was going to be a little too far out of the way, I guess. And Britt got my daughter there. She's got her baby doll and everything. Uh, the guy was like real strict about it. He's like, no drinks over here, no phones. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, man. It's my daughter. She wants to play on Coco Melon. Would you leave her alone, you fuck? But anyways, he's like, do you want to study first? I was like, nope. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yep. I was like, how many times can I take it? He's like, two. I was like, all right, I'll take it too. I'll take it, and see what happens. So I sat down. I ran through that fucking test as quickly as possible. Failed. So then I just hollered over at him. I said, "Let me do it again." He's like, "Do you want to stop and test or like stop and read up?" I was like, "Nope, nope. I know, I can pass it," and I passed it. I don't know what I got, but boys, I've done everything I need to do other than go to the DMV with the pieces of fucking paper. And so I've basically got my motorcycle endorsement. Basically, almost got it. And then then it'll be on my license forever once I add it on there. Now the hazmat, it expires in 5 years, so I will have to go do that again in 5 years, but that's in 5 fucking years from now. But I'm very, very excited about this. Super OG me. operation, get a motorcycle endorsement, is so fucking close to being done. Um, Very happy with how everything is, has, even though I had some setbacks and everything. Uh, the stuff I had to do in the meantime really got me going. So I think I should be good. Actually, I did that hazmat test on Friday, and that was after I dropped off, or my son got on the bus. Or no, my son didn't get on the bus. Listen to this shit. They want to sleep in the living room, so I let them sleep in the living room, and wake up on Friday morning, and because we had a movie night, we watched a bunch of fucking movies and everything, and then Friday morning, I woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I had all my alarms set, and I was like, okay, cool. I got a little bit more time because he doesn't go in. He doesn't need to be out for the bus until like 8 o'clock. And so I woke up kind of early. They were still asleep, so I fall back asleep. And then I wake up at 8 fucking 30, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is my phone not here alarming on me? I made sure all my alarms were set and everything. My son is in the back bedroom with my phone, snoozing fucking alarms. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, dude? He's like, I just wanted to play on your phone. I'm like, dude, you are late as fuck for school. He's like, what? Do I have to go? I was like, yes, you have to go. The hell, dude? Why the hell? So it's my fault, but I don't want to blame everything on my son. But you can see how I would come to that conclusion where he takes my fucking phone and plays games on it and watches YouTube and shit, and I'm like, this is a problem. This is a real problem. It was already a problem. Now it's a real problem. Like, you can't be taking my phone and snoozing my alarms and staying home from school. Like, what are you doing, dude? So, anyways, I had to drive him to school in a rush, and that's when then I went to go do. Then after that, my daughter doesn't go to school on Friday, so I ended up taking her down south with me to that other place, pass the test, and then yeah, and we had another big movie night, really good day, hanging out at home. We went over to my wife's grandmother's house for dinner on Thursday night. We had lasagna. It was fucking delicious. I couldn't stop eating the shit. And she had in her neighborhood, she's got a couple little girls that live next door to her that wanted to play with she wanted the kids to all play, and they all got along great. Met a guy from the Army. He's not retired Army. He's a recruiter now, but he did serve overseas somewhere. And he's got Ford Galaxy 500, uh, badass fucking car in his garage. We were looking at that, talking it over, and then yeah, ended up driving home. Now my truck, I don't know. I did tune it a little bit. Forget which time I did, but I was messing with it. Where's my fucking speedometer? My digital speedometer. I don't know. I just twisted the fucking distributor a couple of times. I've fucked around with it, and I don't know, because it was running really bad. Like, I had to take it. I thought I set it in a good spot, and then I took it on the highway, and it was horrible. But I was able to adjust it once again, and I don't know. I just power through the fucking rough spots, and it seems to run okay. But yeah, not sure. The bike this morning, I don't know. The bike, it sat on the stand for a while, and it was burning oil this morning. So there might be something I need to do to look into that. I don't know. It's peak riding season. So, and once I get my motorcycle endorsement, I mean, I want to be riding as much as possible, but I think the bike is going to need to be stripped down and have not a complete rebuild, but like I want to pull the engine out and pull it apart and just make sure, like, put a new gasket kit on there and check everything out. I've taken uh, the dirt bikes I had growing up. I took them apart all the fucking time, so shouldn't be a real big deal. Should be able to do it. And there's a ton of fucking content about this bike and this engine online that I could probably go through and check it out. Really want to take it all the way apart. Now I do have a problem. There's that big bolt on the left side of the engine. There's a big center bolt that holds on something, and I cannot get that fucking. I almost stripped it out with a fucking. I put in the correct size Allen key. I tried getting that fucking thing out, cannot get it out. So I might actually. I don't know. That's all shit I'm gonna worry about later. Right now, if it's burning a little bit of oil, just keep making sure. Just check the oil every time I ride it, and it'll be fine. Oh, buddy. He got a little go-kart in his back of his truck. Yeah, my son's four-wheeler. I got the new pull start in the mail, and I think I know what happened to the damn thing. I think I know how it shredded itself. And it's because once you pull start it, like, you can only pull start it while it's uh off, And I think my son might have pulled on that pull starter while it was running, and it just shreds that fucking pull starter. So I don't know. I'm hoping that we won't have that problem again. Because even red Loctite. I put red Loctite all over the threads of the crankshaft and that little bolt that goes on there, and it's still spin every time the four wheeler turns on. It'll spin it off because my drill isn't actually doesn't turn fast enough. It's a little uh, Bosch drill or whatever, a little screw gun. It's not like super high powered or anything, but um, you just got to put it in there because, like, pull start, you can pull it one time and that thing will fire up. But the pull start's got a lot more RPM to it. And the little screw gun, you got to sit there and then once it fires up, it's the drill isn't spinning fast enough, and it fucking spins that bolt right back off. Even with red Loctite, although I've red Loctited it twice. So, anyways, got the new pull start. Gonna install that bitch on there one of these days. And I really need to look into that four wheeler a little bit more. It's got one of the front wheels is hanging up, so I think it's one of the brakes on the front. But I don't know. It's I think it's gonna be a fun toy for him to hang out with for a little bit. But I'm really ready to get him something. Oh, not ready, but I cannot wait to get him something a little bit better in the next year or whatever, because he's gonna get a lot of really just simple experience on that thing, and then he'll be able to understand how to run other shit a little bit better, which was the plan. But yeah, that little four wheeler, I don't know. I'm almost like, maybe I should just fucking sell this online and trade it and then get some money and then get something better, which is possible. I mean, I'll still be paying for this one. We did the little afterpay thing or whatever, where you can pay for 12 months So, really, that was the only way we were going to get something for him. His birthday's on Wednesday. So, I don't know. Hopefully, we don't fucking trade. Hopefully, it lasts until his birthday present lasts until his birthday. Nah, it will. He ain't going to be riding it really for the next couple of days, week or so. He might ride it this coming weekend. He might ride it on his birthday. Not really sure yet. And sorry, a little burpy. My wife had a good trip, kind of. She said she didn't realize it was in a stadium, so she wasn't able to. She's like, unless you knew the lyrics, you weren't able to hear shit. You could just kind of hear. It was all super echoey, and they were in the very, very, very back. So I don't know. And then I don't know. Those three women traveling partially across the country in a car, not a good time. From what I heard, it was just my sister's cheap. My friend fucked it up. You know, this and that. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know. I'm like, and I tried. I think I got through to her a little bit because she was real apprehensive about me, having anything to say about the trip. And then so after it was done and I listened to all of her complaints, I was like, yeah, well, you're upset because one of the people that you were with didn't want to pay for gas. I'm like, you should have taken their fucking car. This is- uh, whatever, whatever. It's only money. I'm just here making it. Just out here on the road, staying away from home, making the money. I'll make more, honey. Don't you worry. Oh gosh. But no, I guess they had an okay time. She showed me a TikTok. They wanted to make a fucking TikTok or whatever. I was like, that thing is gay. I was like, she showed it to me. So it's them dancing to a song from this fucking guy. I don't know what's his name. He yells the N word and throws chairs off the tops of buildings. Whatever that fucking guy's name is. That fucking that fucking guy. Whatever his name is. Uh they were doing a TikTok with one of his songs where they were just lip syncing it or whatever, and they were all three standing in the. I was like, "You guys are cringe as fuck." I was like, "That is." You posted that? She's like, "I didn't want to post it." I'm like, "That's fucking dumb." I'm like, honestly, people are just gonna scroll past that fucking. They're not gonna sit there and watch the whole fucking thing. They're just gonna scroll past it. Okay, so don't worry about that. I mean, if that ever if any, I mean, that's not my algorithm. My algorithm is dirt bikes and fucking conspiracy theories. Uh, her algorithm is probably a bunch of fucking idiots, fucking lip syncing to a song or whatever. Anyways, she made it through. She got through without fucking getting attacked by a Somalian, which is cool with me. And it's funny because all the news I was looking at was like, oh, Minneapolis is having a bunch of fucking fuckheads pissed off and breaking shit and lighting fires. I'm like, yep, that's my woman. She's there. She went there willfully, not for that, for something else. I don't know, whatever. And they went to the big Mall of America or whatever, and she's like, yeah, we spent 2 days in the mall. I'm like, oh god, look at the goats. Lady over here, or not? I don't know. I'm guessing a lady. There's a family over here that's got a bunch of They got a donkey and goats and emus and llamas and giraffes and fucking zebras and buffalo and monkeys and all kinds of shit over here. Some of those might not actually be over here, but some of them are. All right, we're pulling into my fucking place to get loaded. Let's hope everything works properly on this truck and trailer, and we'll be good to go. Adios. Keep all 18 down. We'll talk to you later.